Hey there, this is Dustin Dart. I'm the president of Ascent Sales International, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about three big things. Three things that are going to help you dramatically increase your sales. I'm going to make you a big promise. All right, I don't like to make promises that I can't keep, but I'm going to share with you a real big promise. Now, before I get into that, in this video, I'm going to share with you my personal story, how I almost quit sales. Like, I almost hung up the bag. I almost said it's over with for me in sales because I was struggling so bad. And it was honestly painful. I'm not sure if you can relate to this story or not, but most people in sales can, because it can get tough sometimes. And I'm going to share with you how I went from that state to becoming one of the top 1% of salespeople in my entire industry. I'm going to share with you the major secret, the one thing that I did, that I learned, that changed everything for me. That gave me the game plan on how I could go from that state of almost quitting to becoming top 1% in the entire industry. Now also, I want to let you know about a workshop, a seminar that I have coming to your city. Yes, I'm coming to you here very soon. And listen, I'll be straight up honest, all right? I'm going to be completely upfront with you. I want you to be there. All right, I want you to join me in this workshop, in this seminar, and learn the deep details about how you can achieve sales greatness. Okay, speaking of sales greatness, that is what this seminar is all about. Okay, the seminar coming to your city is called the Sales Greatness Workshop. And again, I want you to be there. You can learn more about this workshop if you click somewhere on this page that has this graphic. It's going to pop up another window, so this video is going to keep playing, all right? Because I'm going to be providing some immense value to you. But you can learn more about the seminar, the details, the dates, everything else. Just fill out the form. I want to make sure that you want to learn more about it before I pitch it to you. So you got to fill out the form. Let me know you're interested. And again, I am coming to your city. I'd love for you to join me, okay? Coming up very soon. So, about that promise I was going to make to you. Here's a promise. Listen, I don't like to make promises that I can't keep. But I feel very confident that this video is going to be among, if not the most valuable video that you will ever watch that's going to help you increase your sales, all right? Because I'm going to lay out the plan. I'm going to give you the roadmap about how you can dramatically increase your sales. Okay, so with that out of the way, okay, with that said, I was struggling, right? I almost quit. I was newly married. I had new bills. I had things going on. And I was in a sales job. I loved it. It was great. I loved the company that I worked for. But I'll tell you something. I was struggling. And again, I almost quit. And I remember the time, the day, I remember the hour. It was late at night. I was still at work. I was a little bit stressed out. I was a little bit emotionally fragile. And all of a sudden, I just made the decision. I said, listen, there's other people out there that are extremely successful in sales. And I thought, if they can do it, then I can do it. All I need to do is I need to learn the deep principles of sales success. And so I went on my journey. I started to go to every seminar that I could. I started to get every audio program I could. I started to read every book that I could. I went and found a degree in sales from Weber State University, went to school to get a degree in sales so that I could master sales success. And a short time later, I was driving down the road. I was listening to an audio program from the great Brian Tracy. It was called The Psychology of Sales Success. And he said something that struck a chord in me. When he said that, it was like a light bulb went off in my mind. He said something to the effect of this. He said, sales success is based on law. Okay? Sales success is based on law. Meaning that if you do things in a specific certain way, then you will begin to have sales success. as long as the recipe or as long as the formula is based upon what we know will provide you with sales success. So when I learned that sparked my interest even more. That lit a fire in my heart and in my mind to start to search for what the laws of sales success were. And over many, many years of implementation, many, many years of going to literally every seminar that I could, of every audio program, and reading every book, I boiled down the formula of sales success. And that's what I'm going to share with you in this video. So the big secret is the overarching secret of sales success is this. Sales success is based on law. My friend, there is a law for your sales success. If you're struggling, or if you know you can sell more, there's a law, there's a formula. All right? It's almost like science. Okay? Sales success is almost like science. Yes, there's some art in there, but if you do things in a specific way that has been based upon the laws of sales success, you will have sales success. And so what I'm about to share with you right now is your roadmap. All right? If you're going to go looking for a treasure to make you rich, you've got to have your map. Or else you're going to be wandering aimlessly out in the wilderness. And it's going to be dangerous and you're going to struggle and you might die. All right? So before you start looking for your treasure to make you rich, get your map. And what I'm about to share with you right now is your roadmap to success. It's your roadmap to massive sales success based upon law. All right? So this law is called the 10 metrics of sales success. All right? There are 10 metrics. There are 10 major principles that when you master these principles, it will bring you massive sales success. Right? Every one of these tabs is the principle of sales success. This is the 10 metrics of sales success. And when you mix the 10 metrics with hardcore commitment and knowledge and hard work, yes, it's going to be hard work. Just because I'm providing you with the overarching laws of sales success doesn't mean it's going to be easy. There's still going to be hard work, and it's going to take boldness on your part. Okay? So this is the 10 metrics of sales success. And this is what we're going to be going over in this video. Okay, listen, this video is going to be a little bit long. I know in today's age, we like our 3-minute videos, we like our 5-minute videos. Excuse me, we like our 2-minute videos because we're busy. I get it. Listen, if you're busy and you can't watch this video all the way right now, fill out the form to learn more about the seminar and I'll email you this video so you can watch it another time. I'm going to tell you that promise again. It could be the best, the #1 video for you to watch that can have the biggest impact on your sales career, okay? Because we're going to be learning about this law, this roadmap of sales success, okay? So now that you know that sales is based upon law, sales success is based upon law, and guess what? Sales failure is based upon law too. Because if you do the wrong things or if you fail to do the right things, guess what? Just like a recipe that you forgot to put the eggs in, when it called for 4 eggs and you didn't put any eggs in there, it's going to turn out horrible, right? So the same thing goes, my friend. There is a law for sales failure as well, right? It's going to take commitment. I just want to invite you right now. Make the commitment for you to be great. Make the commitment to achieve sales greatness. Because what will that mean to your life? What will that bring into your life when you achieve sales greatness? All right? If you want to learn more, if you want to learn the deep aspects, I'll invite you one more time. Click on the link to learn more about the seminar, learn about when it's going to be, you're going to learn where it's going to be at, you're going to learn how much it is. I've got some amazing bonuses for you. I've got some promotions for you that you don't want to miss out on. And so if you're slightly interested, even at all, click on the link, fill out the form, learn more about it. Okay, so let's learn about the first principle, or excuse me, the first metric of sales success, right? So the first metric is the power of your mind. All right? That's mind power. And what we're going to be learning in the seminar, in the Sales Greatness Seminar, is a program that we have called the Mind Bomb. And basically, the main principle of the Mind Bomb is this, is if you think, so think about it this way. If you want to be a master salesperson, if you want to be the best of the best, the first thing you must do, right, the thing you must do is you must first think like a powerful and master salesperson. Because when you think like a master powerful salesperson, you become a master salesperson. You begin to act like a master salesperson. And then you get the results of being a master salesperson. So the first metric is your mind. And in the Sales Greatness Seminar, we're going to be learning the Mind Bomb. Okay? Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different in this video as well. Okay? After every one of these principles, I'm going to be going through just a quick idea of a reason why you should attend a sales seminar, and maybe some reasons why you shouldn't attend the Sales Greatness Seminar. Okay? So with that said, it's kind of like a top 10 list here. All right? With that said, here's a reason why you shouldn't attend the Sales Greatness Seminar. That's because you have all the sales you need. Listen, there's some master salespeople out there. There's some lucky people out there. They don't need sales. They have all the business they could possibly handle showering upon them. They don't have to work. They're just taking orders all day and making it rain and having tons of money in their bank account. All right? If that's you, guess what? You don't need to come to my Sales Greatness Seminar. All right? On the other hand, if you want to increase your sales, if you think that you can increase your sales, I invite you to attend. You can learn more. You know how. Okay, with that said, let's go to the principle number 2, the second metric of sales success. All right, it's all about this. In sales, success is based upon the amount of people that you talk to and the quality of people that you talk to. All right, 2 Q's: the quantity and the quality of people that you speak to. All right, in prospecting. And what we're going to be learning about in the Sales Greatness Seminar is a program called Completely Booked. Listen, if you're not completely booked, if your calendar is not completely filled, then you are leaving money on the table. That's just a simple fact. You're leaving money on the table. And so what we're going to be learning about is how you can fill your calendar with quality people, with more people to talk to about your products and services and how it can benefit them and dramatically increase your sales. Okay? Completely booked. If you're not completely booked, come learn how to get completely booked. All right? Now, second reason why you should think about coming to the Sales Greatness Seminar is this, is sales has changed. All right? Listen, society and humanity has changed more in the last 10 to 15 years than at any time in history. Okay? We are in the middle of the information age. All right? We are in the middle of a glorious, wonderful age where we get to know almost anything we want to with a quick search on your phone. Okay? Things have changed dramatically. If people want to know more about your product, they don't want to talk to a salesperson. They just don't. That's the harsh reality of this new age. And so sales has changed dramatically. The way that we should be selling has changed completely. Now here's the thing that's really sad. It's this, is that salespeople are still being taught to sell like it's 1985. All right? If your sales skills, or if you're selling like it's 1985, my friend, I'm telling you, you are selling to a world that no longer exists. Okay? If you haven't updated your sales skills, or if you're being taught from another sales trainer or from some sales books that have based their principles from 30, 40, or 50 years ago, all right, your sales skills are invalid because sales has changed so much. All right? If you want to learn how to update your sales skills and what you should be learning to dramatically increase your sales today, learn more about the Sales Greatness Workshop. All right? That's the second reason why you should join me. I'm coming to you, my friends. I'm coming to you. The third metric of sales success is persuasion and influence. Okay? Persuasion and influence. How can you treat a customer to more persuade them in a very ethical way to buy your product or service over your competition or over not doing anything? All right? In the Sales Greatness Workshop, we're going to be learning a program called Core Influence. All right? Core Influence, where you can influence people from their cores. All right? This isn't the techniques of 30 years ago. You're not going to learn about what you could do to manipulate, okay, or high pressure somebody into buying your product. You're going to learn how to influence people from the core level, from the DNA level, from the heart level. That will help them make the best decision for themselves, which most of the times is to invest in your product or service. All right, this is seriously one of the most valuable things that you can learn as a salesperson. And this is honestly the best program on sales influence, on sales persuasion in the entire marketplace. All right, listen, I've been through everything. I've been through every single one of the sales trainings out there. And I can tell you that core influence, honestly, is the best of the best. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about this. All right, I know we're short on time, but I want to tell you a quick story. When I started to learn sales success, I learned from the old masters, and I learned how to close. Okay, I learned how to be a hardcore closer. All right, if they said something, I knew how to give the rebuttal, the perfect rebuttal, that they would just be astounded at, and they couldn't come back. And the only thing that they could do was pull out their wallet and give it to me and buy my product or service. All right? I was a hardcore closer. One day I went into the office of a very high-powered gentleman, and I was selling a high-ticket item. And I went in there, I was confident, I knew I was going to close him. All right? We established rapport. All right? We established rapport. I liked him, he liked me. Not only did I like him, this guy was so just accomplished, so polished, so just everything that I admired. And I had a respect for him. And then the time came to go in for the close, to get the deal, all right? And so I went in for the best close that I knew how to do to get this man committed to buying my product and service. Well, he gave me his answer that was no, not at this time, for whatever reason it was. Well, guess what? I had the perfect rebuttal. And I went in for the close again. He wasn't having it. Gave me another reason or another excuse why he couldn't invest in my product. I went in for my third rebuttal. Didn't work. This dance went on for a while. Until finally this gentleman that I respected, honestly respected, he just started shaking his head. And I could feel he was not jiving with what I was doing with him. Until finally he just looked at me and he said, "Dustin, are you trying to close me?" And when he said that, honestly, I'll tell you something. I did not have a rebuttal for that. I didn't have an answer for that. I didn't know how to respond. And all of a sudden, I felt small. I didn't know how to react. And then he put a dagger into everything that I learned up until that point in my sales career. He said, "Dustin, closing is dead." And I felt like a small child. And I laid off and said my pleasantries and I went away. And I had my tail between my legs. My head was down because honestly, he didn't mean to do it, but I felt humiliated because I knew that the way that I was trying to sell beforehand was wrong. I always knew that. Deep inside, I always knew that. And then with that experience, it just shattered everything that I'd learned about sales up until that point. I'll tell you something. That the overconfidence, that the cockiness that a lot of the sales trainers are teaching you to be was detrimental to me. And even more so today. Even more so today. I learned a powerful lesson. I learned a powerful lesson that humility is power. That being a humble servant as a salesperson is one of the most powerful things that you can do. And the way to sell and the way to serve is what we're going to be learning in the Sales Greatness Workshop with the Core Influence program. I'm telling you, it is a completely new way how to sell. All right? And it's going to teach you powerful techniques to serve them in humility. Yes, you still need your confidence, but to serve them at the deepest levels and learn how to sell in a way that you have never thought about selling before. In fact, it's a complete opposite, my friends. All right? Instead of closing somebody, I'm going to share with you another principle here, okay? Instead of trying to close somebody, now it's time to learn how to open people up so that they are open to hearing your message. They are open to learning the benefits of your product. It's going to take skill. It's going to take a way of selling that you've never thought of before. Okay? It's going to take a way of selling that stands completely opposite, a 100-degree opposite way of selling from yesteryear. All right? Don't be a sales fossil. Update your selling skills. That's what we're going to be learning at the Sales Greatness Workshop. I can't wait to share these powerful principles with you. I want you to learn more about that. Okay? So, the number 3 reason why you should think about attending the Sales Greatness Workshop is this. Is seminars, honestly, they have the potential to change your life. How do I know that? How do I know that sales seminars can change your life? It's because they changed my life. Remember, I almost quit. Remember, I almost hung up my coat and my hat and went on to go do something that had a salary. But I stuck with it. And because I did, I was blessed immensely. So grateful that I made that decision to stay. Because my family was blessed. Because in sales, you get to earn as much money as you can sell. You have a wonderful opportunity to be in sales. And seminars can change your life. I remember the first seminar that I went to. They taught me a principle there about time management that just completely changed my entire life. It made me about 10 times more effective and more productive than I was beforehand. It just literally, I just remember it when he said that. And he taught that lesson to me. Man, it changed my life. It truly did. And then every seminar that I went to afterwards changed my life in some specific way. There were always golden nuggets. Not every seminar that I went to, I agreed with everything that the sales trainer said. Okay? But every seminar that I went to, I gained a golden nugget. There was a golden nugget for me to learn. There was something for me to learn to better my life, and they changed my life. Okay? Who goes to sales seminars? Some of you out there might be thinking, oh, sales seminar are cheesy. Sales seminars are, they're just not my thing. All right, they're going to have me stand up and dance on the table. All right, they're going to have me start chanting some crazy affirmations and things like that. All right? That's not going to happen at my seminar. All right? Yes, we're going to try to pump you up, get you motivated, but we're not going to have you do some crazy things. All right? We're not going to have you walking on coals. All right? We're not going to have you burning your feet just so you can think that you changed your life. But I'm going to tell you about seminars. Who goes to sell seminars? Who goes to sell seminars are those people who want to better their lives. They are the people that want to increase their sales. They are the people that care about themselves and their family and those who will be impacted in their increase of sales. That they care about themselves and these other people so much that they're willing to invest their time, most importantly, and invest their money in attending sales seminars. All right? Brian Tracy, one of my mentors, we've given some sales seminars together. And in one of my sales seminars, he talked about who it is that goes to sales seminars. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit that video of Brian Tracy in one of my sales seminars into this video. It's just a quick 1-minute clip. And you're going to learn about that. Who goes to sales seminars?
Well, I have some good news for you. And then I have some more good news for you, and even more good news for you. When I began speaking, I began studying the craft of speaking, the world of speaking, the market of speaking, and who attends seminars. And what I found is that only 10% of adults attend a seminar like this in their entire working lives, unless they are forcibly taken to the seminar or forcibly made to go. And I've seen this where companies will send people to the seminar, but they'll have to sign people in as they come in. Other than that, they'll sneak away, and the supervisors have to stand at the back and watch them so they don't sneak away during the seminar. And then they make notes to make sure that these people pay attention and take notes during the seminar. These people, of course, have no future. They're forced to go. But the people who voluntarily attend these seminars to increase their knowledge and skills are only 10%. So that's our whole market, Dustin, is the top 10%. So everybody who is in this room, and we noticed that you did not come here at gunpoint, so everybody who's in this room came here voluntarily, which means that you're automatically in the top 10%. And what that means is that you are either in the top 10% now, or you intend to be in the future. You can always tell where a person is going by looking at what they are doing in the moment. It's not what they say, or wish, or hope, or intend, or say when they're running for public office. It's only their actions that tell you what they really believe. And people who come to these seminars by their actions say that I believe that I'm going to be able to create a much better future than my present. That's why people go to seminars. So you're in the top 10%.
Brian Tracy, he is one of the legends. All right, he's one of the all-time legends of sales success, of success in life, of business success, highly respectable individual. I love Brian Tracy, I truly do. That's why he's one of my mentors. He talked about the top 10%. The top 10% of people in sales, business, life, those are the types of people that go to sales seminar. Some people think they're too good to go to sales seminars. Well, they're probably not in the top 10%, are they? You might not be in the top 10%, but you will be if you're the type of person that wants to go to sales seminars. All right? Top 10%. You're going to get there. I invite you to learn more about the Sales Greatness Workshop that's coming to your city soon. You know how to do it. It's right here on this page somewhere. I hope that this video so far has been valuable to you. I hope that it's been enlightening to you in some way. I hope that I provided enough value to start to gain a little bit of your trust right now. And you can see that I'm a sincere individual. All right, I'm not going to try to, do trickery or anything else like that to get you to my sales seminar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lead with value. Another highly important sales technique. Okay, I'm going to lead with value with you. And if you find any of this valuable, if you find any of this interesting, if you find any of this enlightening, all right, if you find that you want to learn more on a deeper level and spend the day with me, then simply click on the link. Fill out the form to let me know that you're interested. I don't want to be spamming you. Let me know that you're interested. If you're interested, I'll send you more information. All right. If you're interested and you fill out the form, the next page after that will have all of the details of the sales seminar. All right. The dates, when it's going to be, where it's going to be at, in your city, the prices, everything else. All right. And a whole bunch of other information on there. So again, if you want to be in the top 10%, if you're that type of person that cares about yourself in that way, I invite you to learn more. All right. That is the third reason why you should attend my workshop, or at least think about it. All right. Okay. Sales metric number 4, I believe we're on. And it's this. You may have heard these statistics before, but 85% roughly, it might vary from industry to industry, but roughly 85% of sales are made after the 5th contact with the customer. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 15 or 20 contacts with the customer. All right? But suffice it to say is that the vast majority of sales are made way on down the line. All right? Not the first time that you talk to somebody is somebody going to pull out their wallet and buy from you. It's going to require some follow-up. All right? And so the program we're going to be learning at the Sales Greatness Workshop about follow-up is called Follow-Up Fortune. Okay? Follow-Up Fortune. And you're going to be learning a step-by-step plan of what you need to do to follow up with your people. How can you follow up in the most effective way? And let me tell you something. It's not just, hey, have you thought about my proposal? Or, hey, I wanted to follow up with you, or I wanted to touch base. All right? I'm not saying those are horrible. I mean, those are necessary sometimes, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to teach you a way to follow up that's going to provide so much value to them. And they're going to be appreciative every time that you reach out to them. How would that be? Instead of being an unwelcome guest, an unwelcome pest, an annoying pest, you can learn how to become a welcome guest. Every time you reach out, they're happy to see you. Hey, Dustin, how are you? Glad to talk to you today. Hey, Dustin, how are you? Glad to see you today. That's what I love to hear. I don't want to be talking to people that think I'm annoying. What are you going to do to switch everything on its head? All right? So that's what we're going to be learning about in Follow-Up Fortune. Okay? Very, very powerful program. Very, very powerful module. Very powerful part of the workshop that you're going to be learning in the Sales Greatness Workshop. So the next reason why you should think about attending the Sales Greatness Workshop is this. Do you have a plan? Do you have a follow-up plan? What is your follow-up plan? Now, if you're like most salespeople, and if you're honest about that, you're going to tell me that, guess what, I don't have a plan. All right? That's okay. I get it. Most of the time, when I was struggling in sales, I didn't have a follow-up plan either. I didn't know what I was doing, in all honesty. I just literally had no idea. I had no idea that there was processes and systems and laws that you could follow for sales success. And that's why I'm here now, to help you understand how you can have sales success. But remember, 85% of sales are made after the 5th contact. Let me ask you a question. What percent of salespeople do you think actually follow up with people? And how many times? All right. The research says that the vast majority of salespeople follow up 1, maybe 2 times. Okay? That's what the research says. Let me tell you about what my life experience says. When I reach out to people for a variety of products and services, and when I reach out to them, here's what happens. The vast majority of the time is 0 follow-ups. Okay? I've purchased some very large orders from printers, from just a whole vast array of industries. Do you know how many times I've heard from those salespeople? In fact, I had some amazing business cards printed up about 4 years ago. They had foil stamping on there. They had a custom die cut. They were beautiful business cards. And every time I'd give a business card out to somebody, they would just admire it. They thought it was a great business card. In fact, that company did a really good job on producing this business card that I wanted to produce. I loved it. It was great. I have never heard from them. Not once. I haven't got an email from them. I haven't received a phone call from the sales rep. I've never heard from them. Never have. I got some other business cards printed, and guess what? I used another printer. Just because it was easier to buy from another printer. But I would want to use them. I had nothing against them, but I just have never heard from them. Okay? That's happened the vast majority of times. 0% of salespeople are following up. Listen, if you want to dramatically increase your sales right now, start following up with people. Just start following up with people, even if it's the least effective way, which is just, hey, wanted to touch base and see how you're doing. Do it. Because the vast majority of salespeople aren't doing it. So if you just literally start doing that, this video that you've been watching for the last, I don't know how long it's been now, has been totally worth it for you. Okay? You will dramatically increase your sales just by following up. All right? If you want to learn how to follow up in the most effective way possible, learn Follow-Up Fortune at the Sales Greatness Workshop. All right? I've invited you probably, I don't even know, 5, 6, 7 times to learn more about the Sales Greatness Workshop. And guess what? I'm going to tell you a little secret. I did that by design because I know that it takes several invitations for you to think about learning more about the seminar than just one time. And so that's been by design. I know it can get a little bit annoying. I know that you can be like, oh, this guy's trying to plug me. This guy's trying to, he's just trying to force me to learn more about a seminar. I'm not trying to do that. Listen, if it's not for you, that's fine. Okay, that's totally fine. But if you think it might be for you, then now's the time to learn more about it if you haven't already. Okay? I'm not trying to force you to do anything. Listen, what I'm doing right now is I'm providing value first to let you know that I'm legit, to let you know that I'm the real deal, to let you know that I'm not some huckster out there trying to pitch you on the latest and greatest thing that doesn't work. All right? I want to give you a taste of what my training's all about before you commit to even learning about it. Now, once you commit to learn about it, then on the other page you can learn more about the seminar and see if it's right for you or not. All right? I hope that it is. We've kept the price down as low as we possibly can. All right? We have some incredible bonuses. A bonus from Brian Tracy that you can't even fathom how much it'll change your life. All right? And a lot of other really cool things. If you haven't learned about it yet, my friends, it's time to do so. And I've got a lot more to provide on this video for you as well. All right? I've got a lot more to go. Again, if you are pressed for time, fill out the form. We'll email you the video so you can watch it later on. So, again, I'm leading with value. You haven't opted in. The only thing you've done on this page is click on it. And then this video started to play for you. All right? And so, or you played the video. And so, again, I'm leading with value. You want to hear more about it? Click on it. And we'll get going from there. All right? Okay. The next metric of sales success from the 10 metrics of sales success that you're going to learn at the Sales Greatness Workshop is client loyalty. I just told a story about this company who did a good job with me on producing some business cards. They did a great job. Like, their craftsmanship, honestly, was probably one of the best I've ever seen. Never heard from them. I haven't bought from them ever again. I mean, maybe I will. I don't have anything against them, but I don't have any loyalty to them whatsoever. I have zero loyalty because they have not reached out to me. They have not just checked to see how I was doing or how things are going and if they could help me out. They had an amazing opportunity at that time when I was extremely happy with the business cards that I got to create some immense loyalty with me, but they didn't. And I've bought a lot of other printing. I mean, a lot of other printing. I went elsewhere. I just have. Because it was easier for me to do. And they had zero client loyalty. My friends, think about it. Your clients, right now, they have the competition knocking down their door. Your current clients have other people who do the same thing that you do knocking down their door. All right? The competition are like wolves. And the wolves are hungry. And the wolves want to come. And they want to steal your clients. They want to take them away from you. They're lurking in the darkness, and here you are, fat, dumb, and happy, and aren't trying to create any loyalty with your clients. You think everything's well. You think everything's all good. All is well, my friends, because I'm eating good today. Well, that might change tomorrow. The moment that a few of your clients walk away and use somebody else. If you don't do something about it. What are you going to do to keep those wolves out? What are you going to do to make sure that your clients don't get stolen and taken away from you? And that you can create deep relationships with your clients. And we have this program, it's called Client Loyalty. All right? You're going to learn in the Sales Greatness Seminar. Client Loyalty. And we're going to teach you how to create that loyalty. That loyalty that they become fans. They become rabid fans of you and your company. That they will fight before they leave. Okay, they will fight before they leave. They want to give you every single opportunity to serve them better than the competition. If the wolf comes knocking at the door, they're going to tell you about it. And they're going to say, well, here's what they offered me. What can you do? Because I would rather work with you because I like you and I'm loyal to you. I'm not loyal to them. I'm loyal to you. And you're going to keep your business. Not only are you going to keep your business, but you're going to learn how you can get more business from these exact same clients. All right? There are hidden gold mines all over in your current client base that you're not getting because you simply haven't created that deepness of loyalty that you should. Okay? Think about that for a second. That's what you're going to be learning about in the client loyalty program. All right. As Jeffrey Gitomer, all right, the legendary sales trainer said, he's a character. He's a character for sure. And so guess what he says? He says, customer satisfaction is worthless. All right. Think about it for a second. That's just the minimum of what you want to do is to satisfy your clients. And then Jeffrey Gitomer says it this way. All right. Would you rather that your significant other, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, would you rather that they be satisfied or loyal? Think about that one for a second. We'll teach you how to do both in the client loyalty program at the Sales Greatness Workshop. Okay? Again, if you click that link, it will open up to a new page. You won't lose this page. It'll just open up into a new tab. And you'll be able to learn about the seminar. This video that I'm providing for you right now, that I hope is providing a lot of value and a lot of ahas and a lot of breakthrough moments for you. It'll continue to play. And you can continue to get the value that you need to out of this video that I hope that you're getting. And you can learn all about the seminar if you just click the link. It's going to open up a new page with the form on it. You fill out the form to let me know that you are interested in learning more. And then you'll go to the other page and it'll have all the information. I mean, it is chock full of information, that entire page. In fact, it's like a website. It's got like 5 or 6 different pages with a whole bunch of stuff on there that you can do. Okay. All right. The other reason why you should attend the Sales Greatness Workshop. All right. Think about this one for a second. This may or may not be true about you, but 63% of salespeople have actually had, 63% of salespeople have not had professional sales training. 63%. In fact, most salespeople, this is how they're hired. They're hired as a salesperson. They're given a brochure, they're given a business card, and they're given a phone book, and they say, out the door you go, my friend, and I hope you have a lot of success. And that is the extent of their sales training. I mean, it's really sad. But that's how it is. That's how it was for me when I started out in sales. I had 0 sales training. I had to learn everything on my own. All right? Now maybe you've read a few sales books or maybe you've watched a few sales videos. Good. That's great if you have. And maybe some of you have actually learned a lot of sales training. And maybe it's been very beneficial to you. All right? Now, we spoke about earlier that sales has changed dramatically. And most of the sales training that you learned from yesteryear isn't going to be working as effective. In fact, it's going to be detrimental to you by using those same techniques, just like it was for me when I learned that closing was dead. So it's time to update your skills. A lot of the stuff you've learned is going to be hurting your sales. It's going to be making you look bad in the industry. Listen, salespeople have a bad reputation in the professional world. Why? It's because of the way that we have learned to sell from an age that no longer exists. All right? So if you haven't had a lot of sales training, I invite you to learn more. If you've had a lot of sales training, I invite you to learn the new way to sell. All right? Okay. Now, the next sales principle is authority positioning. All right? Authority positioning can be massive for your sales career. If you can create celebrity and authority in your marketplace to establish yourself on a high level, it can change everything. All right? What this principle is called from authority positioning is this. It's called social dynamics. And like it or not, human beings, we're social animals, number one. I wouldn't say animals. We're social humans. We're social beings, all right? And, but we instantly do this based upon the way you look, based upon what we have heard about you, based upon what we have seen about you. We make judgments about people immediately. You meet somebody new, you're making judgments about them. You start watching this video, you've never seen me before, you started making judgments about me right away. You either liked me, you didn't like me, you thought I was this, you thought I was that. But you really didn't know much about me. But you immediately started to make these judgments. And it's called social dynamics. And in milliseconds, we are judging people and we're starting to place them on the social dynamics totem pole. Okay? Where do they fit on the social dynamics totem pole? If they're low on the ladder, we don't respect them very much. We don't want to talk to them very much. We don't want to be associated with them. It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Trust me. Listen, I wouldn't be clean shaven and I wouldn't have a haircut if that wasn't true. Because I'd like to have a huge burly beard and I'd like to have long flowing hair. Alright? That's what I would like to be like. But I understand that to be presentable to people, to have them to respect me, and especially in the business world, I've got to polish my way. I've got to polish this up a little bit. Okay? And I respect myself enough and I respect you enough to do that. All right? Sometimes it's actually unpopular these days to be well-groomed, whatever. Anyways, the main principle is the higher you are on the social dynamics totem pole, the more they respect you. The more they respect you, the more they want to talk to you. The more they respect you, the more they want to be associated with you. And the higher you are on the social dynamics ladder, the more cells are going to be coming your way. Okay? The more cells you're going to be coming your way. All right? I'll never forget this. I started to promote myself in my sales career. After I started to learn the metrics of sales success and these sales success laws, I will never forget this phone call. I will never forget this phone call. I started getting phone calls from people that knew about me because I was promoting myself in an authoritative way. We'll teach all about that in the Sales Workshop. But I was promoting myself as an authority in my industry. And I was starting to get phone calls. Right? Imagine that, number one. It changes the whole dynamics. Instead of me calling people, all of a sudden people are calling me. That changes everything. That changes the dynamics of the sales relationship. All right? It's like the 90-10 rule. All right? 10% of the time when you outreach to somebody, they'll give you the time of day. But 90% of the time when they outreach to you, they're going to be looking to buy. All right? It changes the entire dynamics of everything, and that's what you're going to be learning about in authority positioning in the workshop. So anyway, I started getting phone calls, and I started to get bigger clients, and even when I prospected, I would position myself as the authority. And it dramatically increased my conversion rates, not my closing rates, my conversion rates with these clients. And I'll never forget this day when I received a phone call from a company called Wyden and Kennedy. Okay, Wyden and Kennedy is a major advertising agency, and one of their biggest clients, their big claim to fame, is their Nike account, and they've kept that for decades. In fact, it was Wyden Kennedy that came up with the "Just Do It" motto for Nike, and they came up with the swoosh logo for Nike. All right, highly, just a huge client. And listen, this type of client was not even on my radar. Right? I didn't even think about reaching out to them because, in all honesty, I just thought they were too big of a client to even go after. All right, they had every single printer and whatever else coming to try to get their business, and I didn't even think about it. But one day, I got a call from Susan from Wyden and Kennedy. Picked up the phone. I said, "Hey, hello, this is Dustin," and she says, "Hey, Dustin, my name is Susan from Wyden and Kennedy," and my jaw drops to the floor. All right, literally dropped to the floor. I was like, "From where?" From Wyden and Kennedy. I was in heaven. I was ecstatic. I was elated that I got a phone call from Wyden and Kennedy. And she had a need for a special product that she didn't know where to source to, but she had heard about me and my expertise, that I was an authority in the marketplace, and she wanted to reach out to me to see if I could help. Guess what? We could help. And it turned into a multi-million-dollar client. All right? The beautiful thing, again, is I didn't outreach to her. She outreached to me because of this principle right here. Authority positioning. You want to change the game in your sales career? You want to change everything about your sales career and how you work? The authority positioning module that we're going to be talking about in the Sales Greatness Workshop will do just that for you. You know how to learn more. Okay. I want you to think about this. Here's the other reason why you should think about attending the Sales Greatness Workshop. That is because I want you to become great. You deserve to become great. There is greatness within you. I'm going to tell you about another phone call that I received. Soon after I had decided to stay in sales and I started to commit myself to sales, I received a phone call, but it wasn't from a client. I received another phone call from my doctor, and my doctor on the other side of the line said, "Dustin, you need to come down to my office immediately." And when your doctor tells you that, you know it's not going to be something good. So I went down to his office, and he sat me down on the table, and well, his nurse did, sat me down at the table, and then he came in with a somber look on his face. I'm going to tell you something, again, not a great sign. And the doctor just continued to explain that, hey, he said, you know those moles that we took off your back about a week ago? Well, one of them was skin cancer. One of them was melanoma. And I didn't know what melanoma was at the time. I was a young guy at the time. And I just thought, I didn't think that skin cancer was that serious. Most people survive skin cancer. And so he said, well, it's melanoma. And I said, okay, well, what's melanoma? And he said, well, melanoma is the most serious, is the most serious form of cancer. Hold on, let me just fix my tree here. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is live TV here. So back to my story. Hope that didn't take the spirit out of the video, but again, it's live TV, my friends. I'm real. I'm honest with you here, and I'm going to leave that uncut. I'm not going to try to cut that out. That was pretty cool. That was pretty interesting. If you've gotten this far in the video so far, I know you're getting value out of it. And if you've gotten this far, that's pretty funny, man. Okay, so back to the story. Doctor says skin cancer and melanoma. And I'm like, okay, well, what's melanoma? He said, well, Dustin, melanoma is the most serious form of skin cancer. And it can be very, very deadly. And we need to get some more tests, some further tests on your situation to see how far progressed this melanoma is, because if it's progressed, you might have a very low chance of survival. And that freaked me out. You know, I was a young guy at the time. I wasn't married yet, didn't have any children. And there was about 3 weeks to a month where I was going through tests. And I was getting cut into more. You know, I had some surgeries, had some major surgeries. Don't want to get too personal with you. We just met on this video probably, but I've got a scar on my back about that long. Okay? And they had to make sure everything was okay. And I got lucky. All right? After a month of tests or so, they found out that it was actually stage 0. It had just barely started. Like, I got lucky. I got way lucky. I got a second lease on life. But I got to tell you something. During that month of where I didn't know how far progressed this cancer was, I reflected a lot of my life. I started to think about all of the situations and the opportunities that I let go to the wayside. And then I made a commitment to myself that when I survive this cancer, all right, because I was confident I was going to survive it. If you've ever been in this situation, I'll tell you what, it's a crazy situation because you really don't know. And in all honesty, one of my very close colleagues, one of my assistants a few years ago, she had melanoma. and unfortunately she didn't catch it in time, and she's no longer with us. And it can be a very, very deadly disease, and so I'm very grateful that I caught it in time, and I'm still here. But I made the commitment that not only was I going to get good at sales, but I was going to get great in sales. And I was going to become the best that I could. And I was going to reach for my potential to the highest level that I possibly could. And I made that commitment. And that's why I'm standing here before you this day, is because I want you to become great. I want you to reach your greatness. I know that you can do it. I know that there is greatness in you. I've had this diagram up here for a while. You may have been wondering what it is. It's called the potential gap. All right? Here's where you are now. I want you to think about this question. Here's your results now. Where could they be? Could you double your sales? I want you to answer that question in your mind. Could you double your sales? Could you 2x your sales? Could you? All right. Think about what you could really do. Could you triple your sales? Most salespeople, when they think about it, I want you to think about the marketplace. I want you to think about the opportunity. I want you to think about other people that you know that are selling in your same industry. Can you triple your sales? Are they 3 times more than you are? If there's any room whatsoever between where you are now and where you could be, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your family to learn more about the Sales Greatness Workshop. Because we're going to help you close this gap. We're going to get this closer. We're going to bring this side over here so you reach your true potential. Can you 10x your sales? All right? I know there's a sales trainer out there that's using 10x a lot. He's not the first one to do that, so I'm not stealing his thunder. All right? Sales trainers and motivators have been talking about 10x for a really, really long time. I want you to think about it though. Can you 10x your sales? Can you 10 times your current sales? Where is your potential gap? What could you achieve? If there's any room, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to those you love. You owe it to those that you will impact to learn more about this sales workshop that's coming to your city. I'm coming to your town. I'm coming to your backyard. And I want you to join me so that you can learn the deep principles of the 10 metrics of sales success to help you close that potential gap. Okay? So, that is the other reason. Okay? Think about a master mechanic. Think about a lawyer. Think about a doctor, how long they have to go to school, how much dedication they have to put into becoming a great doctor, a great lawyer, or a great mechanic. How many years of education, how many tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars they've invested in themselves so that they could be a lawyer, a doctor, or an accountant, or any number of amazing professionals in their trade. Here's the most amazing thing to me. Is salespeople, most of us don't invest anything to becoming a great salesperson. We just don't. Most of us haven't committed to the time, to the level of investment that we need to make to become a great salesperson. Here's the other beautiful thing though for you and your opportunity is this, is a great salesperson can make as much and even more than a doctor. Even more than a lawyer. You kidding me? These are some of the highest paid professionals in our society, and salespeople get to come along with no education, with no experience, and start to rocket in sales and start to make more money than these doctors and these lawyers. Are you kidding me? You have that opportunity if you could just commit yourself to greatness, if you could invest in yourself, if you could love yourself enough to commit and go to the places you need to go to learn sales greatness. That's why I want you to come and join me, my friends. Learn more about it. Become great so that you can start to make that type of money, not for the money, but for the impact. Okay? The next metric of sales success is this: maximization. That tree damaged my sign a little bit. Maximization. How can you maximize your time, your energy? How can you maximize every activity that you have so you get more yield from every action that you take? All right, we're going to be talking about time management skills. That's the first thing that I learned in a sales seminar, was this one principle of time management changed the whole game for me. And still today, many years after I learned that principle, it still has an impact on me in my daily life. We're going to be learning about maximization, all right? Personal effectiveness. How to establish yourself on a day in and day out basis to be your absolute best. This module will be a game changer for you. I'm just going to say that flat out. I'm not going to say can be. It will be a game changer for you in your career, excuse me, and in your personal life. The maximization principle at the Sales Greatness Workshop. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Okay, the next reason why you should consider, not even consider, let's just be real, why you should be at the Sales Greatness Workshop. All right? I think we've established that rapport by now. We've been on a journey. I don't even know how long this video, I've been recording this video. I have no idea. No idea. But I'm having a good time. I'll tell you that. I'm having a good time. And when we get together with some other people, I'm going to tell you what, fireworks are going to be going off. All right? It's going to be, I'll make you another promise. If you've ever been to a sales seminar, this will be the #1 sales seminar you have ever attended. Okay? It will be the #1 sales seminar that you have ever attended, and I'll promise you that. If it's not, I got a better than your money back guarantee. That is this. You don't like it, it's not valuable for you, I'll give you all of your money back plus $100 for wasting your time. Okay? You want to make $100? Come to my sales seminar, and then don't like it, and I'll give you $100. All right? Nobody's ever taken me up on that offer. All right? Nobody. And my goal is that nobody ever will. It will be the best sales seminar that you've ever been to. So, anyways, with that said, here's a reason why you shouldn't go to the sales seminar. That you never lose any of your deals to the competition. You never do. You win 100% of your deals. Not only do you not lose to the competition, but you never lose any deals to the status quo. All right? You do like 100% conversion rate. Every single prospect that you talk to, you get to sell. If that's you, don't come to the seminar, my friend. If that's not you, be there. All right? There's something called the razor's edge. Okay? It's called the razor's edge principle. And I don't actually need to draw it on the board. I'll just tell you about it. All right? The razor's edge principle says this, is that you just have to be a little bit better than the competition and you will win the deal. That's all you got to do. You just got to be a little bit better than the competition that you have right now. Remember, they're hungry wolves and they want to steal everybody from you. All right? But all you got to do is be a little bit better and you're going to win the deal. It's like this in a horse race. Right? The horse that wins all the money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, he wins the race, wins the glory. All he's got to do is win by a razor's edge. He just has to be a little bit better. That's all you got to do too. You just got to be a little bit better than your competition. You just got to be a little bit better than all the other salespeople out there. You'll win more sales. Okay? You get a lot better than those people. We'll go into this in the seminar. Called the ascendance principle. Okay? In fact, this principle is so powerful. That's why my company is called Ascent Sales International. Because if you are 1% better than your competition, you will win more deals. Okay? But the moment, so you're starting right here, the moment that you get 10% better, okay, something called gravitation starts to happen. Okay? If you're that much better in the marketplace, people start to call you. People start to gravitate towards you. People start to become attracted to the best because people want to deal with the best. They don't want to deal with second rate. And if you get 10% better, gravitation happens. And if you get 20% better than the competition, then mass gravitation happens, okay? I call it event horizon. If you know what that means, congratulations, because it's a pretty cool principle. Event horizon is where light that is going to a black hole can no longer escape. But if you're 20% better than the competition in your marketplace, there is no escaping that people want to do business with you. All right, they want to do business with you because you're that much better. All right, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how to create this gravitation and this event horizon and the ascendance principle in the Sales Greatness Workshop. Be there or be nowhere. Okay. We got a few more of these to go, my friends. Key client acquisition. How to get the big boys in your marketplace. There are some clients that you could get that will make a massive impact. Just one client will make a massive impact on the increase of your sales career and your business. All right, might be 2 or 3. These are called your dream clients. All right, this principle was made famous by Chet Holmes in his book, The Sales Machine, and it's a powerful principle. We're going to teach you a step-by-step program on how you can land your dream clients. These elephants, all right, in your marketplace, where if you get them to start buying from you, your entire business changes. All right? You could double, triple, or quadruple your sales with just 1, 2, or maybe 3, or maybe a few more of your dream clients. It's called key client acquisition. Learn about it in our sales workshop coming up here real soon to your backyard. I'm like going to be a few minutes from where you live. My friends, I'm going to be right there. Come and meet me. I'd love to meet you. All right? Okay. The other reason why you should be at the sales seminar, and that is this. There's an old saying that goes, I'm not sure who says this. I'm sure there's a really smart guy that said this. He says, investment in your mind pays the biggest dividends. All right? You want to make an investment that will pay you more than anything else. Invest in your mind. Invest in your skills so that you get better, so that your results get better, so that you make more money. All right? Investment in your mind pays the biggest dividends. One of the most wise, one of the smartest individuals that has ever lived in history, one of the founding fathers of America, Benjamin Franklin, said this, that if you invest the coins in your pocket into your mind will bring many more coins into your pocket. All right? This is an opportunity for you to make that investment in your mind and in yourself to better everything in your life. And I hope that you take up my invitation to be there and to learn more about it. Just fill out that form, click the link, smash that link, open up that form, fill it out, and learn more about this seminar. It's coming to your backyard very, very soon. Okay, a holy grail in sales is what? What would you like to get more than anything else? Like if you could just lay back and something would happen for you to get more sales, it would be this. Infinite referrals, right? Referrals. Referrals are the holy grail in sales. If you get referrals, you're doing a great job. If you get referrals, people who have used you love you, and they recommend you to their colleagues, their friends, and their families, and then they call you, again, changing that whole dynamic, the 90-10 rule that we spoke about a while ago. And the program we have at the Sales Greatness Workshop we're going to be learning about is called Infinite Referrals. There are so many ways to get referrals that you don't even know about. Number one, I want to ask you, are you getting referrals? Are you actively seeking for referrals? And are you asking for them? Number one, vast majority of salespeople are going to say, no, I'm not. Okay, thanks for being honest. Well, you're leaving money on the table and you're not reaching your potential by not doing that. So learn how you can get infinite referrals and multiply your sales by just an amazing, amazing amount. We're going to teach a principle in the Sales Greatness Workshop about infinite referrals called virulence, virality. Okay? If you just focused on this one program that you're going to learn about in the Sales Greatness Workshop, this one principle of infinite referrals, it could change everything in your sales career. If you just focused right here, you will not only double your sales or quadruple your sales or 10x your sales, you have the potential to multiply your sales by hundreds. And we're going to talk about it. It's called virulence and virality. And you're going to learn all about that in the infinite referrals part of the Sales Greatness Workshop. Coming to your city very, very soon. I hope to see you there. And I hope that you take me on my offer to smash that Learn More button about Sales Greatness Workshop. Fill out that quick form and learn all about it. All the information's on the other side of that page. And I hope that you're there, my friends. One of my other mentors that I've studied with, I'm going to throw up a picture of me and him giving a quick seminar. His name is Michael E. Gerber. He is a best-selling author of the E-Myth book for entrepreneurs. Incredible book. It's been on the bestsellers list since like 1980. Timeless wisdom. He is one of the most brilliant individuals that I've ever listened to or spoke with. And I've seen dang near everybody out there. Michael Gerber talks about a principle of this. He says, you need to work on your business, not in your business. Now, as a salesperson, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, a sales manager, whatever you happen to be, we get stuck working in our business. We get into work, we sit at our desk, and it all goes crazy. It all goes haywire. And we're stuck in our business every day taking care of all the stuff, and we never have a time to separate ourselves from the business and start to look about ways that we can dramatically increase our sales and profits by working on our business. And that is a reason why I want you to be there, is because at the Sales Greatness Workshop, you're going to have a chance to work on your business. You're going to have a chance to get away from the office. You're going to have a chance to get with like-minded individuals who want success. And you're going to have a chance to work on your business, work on you. That's going to be able to pay a huge dividend. So work on your business, not in the business every single day. Got to do that for yourself. Strategic domination is the next one. Strategy wins every time. If you're going to win the war against your competition, if you're going to win the war in life, if you're going to win the war, strategy, superior strategy will win the war over cheap tactics every single time. And that's what we're going to be learning here are how you can set up your business in a much more strategic way. How you can set up and establish your business and yourself and your messaging of your content, your messaging of your conversations in a much more strategic way that you will win out the competition almost every single time. All right? How you can employ strategy like compounding prospecting and blended prospecting and everything else to completely dominate your marketplace. You don't want to compete, my friends. You want to dominate. That's what you're going to be learning in the Sales Greatness Workshop. You're going to be learning superior strategy. With superior strategy, you are going to win. That's all there is to it. Learn more about it by coming to my seminar, coming to your town very soon. I want you to think about this. Here's another reason why you should go. About working on yourself. And that is this. I want you to think about something. Number one, who is the greatest basketball player of all time? Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone. Listen, I'm from Utah, so I had to throw Karl Malone in there. Love me some Karl Malone. Who is it? I think there's one person that I've left out of that list. That if you're a basketball fan, you're thinking he left this guy out of the list. He's the only guy to win 6 championships. Sorry, LeBron. Not sure if it's ever going to happen. Not that I'm a hater, but I'm sorry, it's probably not going to happen. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Greatest basketball player of all time. Hardly any argument with that one, to be honest with you. Okay, I want you to think about this scenario. Let's say that Michael Jordan had a twin brother. All right? A twin brother. Genetically, they were the exact same person. They were the same height. They had all the same, exact same athletic ability. A twin brother, right? And Michael Jordan's twin brother decided that he didn't like basketball, that he wanted to go and be an insurance agent. All right, that's what he wanted to do with his life. And so he rarely picked up a basketball, hardly ever practiced, hardly ever studied and mastered the craft of basketball. He wanted to be an insurance agent. And that's what he did. Went off and was a State Farm agent. All right. Well, one day at a family reunion, Michael Jordan, the real Michael Jordan, like the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and his brother, the Michael Jordan number 2, his genetic twin, they decided to have a one-on-one game of basketball. Okay? Remember, these guys are genetically identical. Like, the insurance agent Michael Jordan has all of the potential to be the greatest of all time. Okay? He does. He's got that potential in him. And so, anyways, they have a game of one-on-one. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Think about that. Well, the answer's obvious. The real Michael Jordan, the one that's mastered his craft, that studied basketball every single day, that practiced that basketball every single day, studied the strategy of basketball every single day, and put everything that he had into his craft, he's going to completely annihilate and demolish his genetic twin brother in a game on one-on-one. In fact, it's not even going to be close. It's going to be like 100-0. His genetic twin might not even make a basket because he never did the work. He never put in the time to master the craft. But remember, he's the genetic twin. Genetic twin. But he didn't do the work. That's what it's going to take for you to reach your potential. You're going to need to put in the time. You're going to need to put in the energy. You're going to need to master your craft of sales to become the best that you can become, so that your competition doesn't even have a prayer of competing against you. They don't even have a prayer of earning that sale like you will, because you've mastered your craft. So my invitation to you is to be like the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, and master your craft. Come to the Sales Greatness Workshop and learn what it takes to master your craft. Start to study the deep issues, the deep principles, the deep strategies, the deep techniques of the 10 metrics of sales success. And I can promise you, you will have sales success. Okay? Be there. Be there or be square, my friends. Okay, so those are the 10 metrics. We just went through all 10 of the 10 metrics of sales success. What do you think? Do you think if you mastered these laws, mastered these principles, and mastered this roadmap that I provided for you, you would increase your sales? If you think that there's a way to increase your sales following this roadmap, come to the sales seminar. All right, come to the Sales Greatness Workshop. Come into your backyard. I'm going to be like just right there. We're going to shake hands. I can't wait to meet you. All right? Make that commitment, make that decision to be there. Okay, but guess what? I've got 3 more boards here because I have some bonus principles I'm going to be talking about in the Sales Greatness Workshop. All right? I'm not done giving you value. All right? I don't want to leave there without providing as much as I can to completely change your entire sales career. And so what I'm going to be sharing with you there, this bonus principle is called story selling. Have you noticed in this long video, all right, if you're still with me, man, thank you. All right? I have no idea how long we've been here. I have no idea. But thank you for being here. And have you noticed that hopefully I've kept your attention with some stories and how they tie into everything? I've done that on purpose because of story selling. There is nothing in the world that influences more. There is nothing in the world that persuades more. There's nothing in the world that draws attention more, all sales principles that you need to master, than stories. Stories can change your game. How many stories do you have? How much do you know how to tell a story that will engage your audience, that will engage your prospects, that will influence them and endear them to you? How many? I gotta tell you something. The owner of the business that I sold for, I don't think he ever went to a sales seminar, but he was the #1 best salesperson that I've ever laid eyes on. Okay? And he had one technique that he used. He told stories. He told stories all the time of past successes, past failures of his clients. He told stories. And the clients, they loved him, they were endeared to him, they listened to him, and they hung on to every single word because of his stories. If you want to have one thing that changes your sales career, story selling is what's going to be able to change your sales career. That's going to be a bonus thing we're going to be learning in this sales seminar. This day is going to be so incredible. This seminar is going to be so amazing. You're going to be learning all these powerful principles. My friends, I'm telling you what. If you haven't filled out that form yet, I don't know what else I can do for you, my friends. This video's been going on and on and on and on, and I've been giving you as much value as I possibly can. If you haven't tried to learn about the Sales Greatness Workshop yet, do it, my friends. You're going to learn about story selling, and that's going to change the entire game for you. Okay? It's going to change your entire game. Oh, my throat's getting dry here. Okay. You don't want to come to the sales seminar because you already have the most powerful sales process in place. Okay? If you do, congratulations, my friend. Maybe we should talk. Maybe I can learn something from you. I'm always looking to learn. I don't know everything. All right? And if you got something to share with me, I'd love to. I'd even pay you for it because that's what I believe in. I believe in paying for what I learn for because it brings value in my life, and then I can share that with other people, and we make the world a better place together. All right? If you don't have a powerful sales process in place, like 99% of salespeople that I ask, 99% of salespeople that I speak to, and 99% of business owners that I speak to, they don't have a sales process. They don't have a sales process. They don't have the map. They don't have anything. They're just going into it blind, thinking you need to call people and email people. They have no idea about messaging. They have no idea about strategic planning. They have no idea about any of this stuff. And they're just going into it blindly. But if you're that 1% that knows everything about it already, hey, you don't need to come to my seminar. But if you want to learn a little bit more, come to the Sales Greatness Workshop. I can't wait to meet you there. All right. Let's see here. We're getting down to the end, guys. The end is near. We can see it. We can feel it. It's time for you to learn more about the sales seminar. Smash that button, my friends. Click on it. The internet has been around for a while. You have a website. The internet has been around for a while. In fact, you're watching this on the internet. There's a program we're going to be going over in the Sales Greatness Workshop called Internet Rockstar. You can utilize the power of the internet like never before in your sales career. I don't care what you're selling. You can use the power of the internet to dramatically increase your reach to new people, to dramatically increase the effectiveness of your messaging, and to dramatically increase your sales. What we're going to share here in Internet Rockstar has the potential to just provide you with a yield of return like you can't imagine. I'm talking huge because the internet is absolutely massive. You can reach people in ways they want to be reached out to. They might not want to talk to you, but they will listen to a presentation of you. Okay? What if I just called you up on the phone blind? What if I just called you on the phone cold and said, hey, I have a sales seminar coming. I want you to be there. Some people might take me up on that, but because we've been able to connect here on the internet and endear ourselves together and maybe create this type of relationship in your home, in your office, in your car, wherever you happen to be, it's been very, very valuable. And, right now I'm probably on a plane somewhere giving a seminar in some city across the world. And who knows where I'm at while you're watching this. But listen, we're on the internet. And this video has been providing you with value. So I'm grateful for that opportunity. And we'll go over some specific principles and specific ways that you can use the internet to dramatically increase your sales with Internet Rockstar. Okay. The reason why you should come to my sales seminar called the Sales Greatness Workshop is this. Is you don't have all the sales that you need. If you want to increase your sales by 10%, by 20%, 30%, 40%, double your sales, triple your sales, I'm going to provide you with ways that you can do all of that. And you can increase your sales. Why else would you go to the sales seminar if you don't want to increase your sales? Okay? You want to increase your sales? That's why you should go to the Sales Greatness Workshop. Be there. I'm providing you all the opportunity. I'm giving you a taste of what I'm all about right here. A very small taste. All right? But I want to be there live with you. Okay? I want to tell you the reason why I want to be live with you. And that is this. Number one is through the internet we can learn a lot of things. And I hope that you've learned a lot. I think that you probably have, especially if you're still with me. And that is this. We can enjoy great music on the computer. We can enjoy great music on CDs. Those are, for those of you that don't know what CDs were, well, it's all good, all right? We're in the digital age. We're in a new era, as we've spoken about already, but we can enjoy great music. But I don't remember the last time I listened to my favorite band. I don't remember where I was. I don't remember what I was doing. I know I enjoyed the music. That was great. But I do remember specifically where I was, who I was with, how I felt when I saw my favorite band playing live, okay, at concert, in venue. I was there. I experienced their energy, all right, face to face. I experienced their energy in their presence. And I also experienced the energy of the other people while I was watching them live in concert, okay? It changed me. It created a memory for me. And so the reason why I want to come to you live in your backyard, where we're coming, is because it's a totally different experience. We will go through some emotions. We will go through some knowledge and share things that will literally change you. I'm sure maybe some of the things that I've shared here have changed you already, but when we're live, there's a different energy. When we are interacting with each other, there's a different energy. When people are asking questions live, I love to take questions. I have Q&As all the time. All right? When we have people that are sitting in the front of the room and we're going through scenarios with them one-on-one, them asking me questions and I'm interacting with them, it's a completely, totally different experience. And the level of impact is deep. The level of impact is raw. And there is nothing like a live sales seminar. And I pride myself in giving the best seminars in the entire industry. Truly, I believe that I want to give, and I want to be the best, and I want to give you the most value, and I want to make the most impact on you. So that's why we're going live. That's why I'm coming to you. That's why you need to learn more about this seminar, and that's why you want to be there with your friends and with your colleagues so that we can go through that process of change and that process of intimate training together. I get as much out of it as you do, I'll be honest. I learn as much as all the students in the room do whenever I give a seminar. Love it, and I'm grateful for it, and that's why you should be there, okay? We are down to the last principle. Here's the last bonus thing we're going to be doing, and that is this, Linked Sales Academy. We're going to be going over the power of LinkedIn. It's the #1 professional network in the entire world. I know you're probably on it. If you're not on it, get on LinkedIn. The potential is absolutely massive. And if you can master LinkedIn, you will you can dramatically increase your sales. So LinkedIn Sales Academy is another thing that we're going to be going over the Sales Greatness Workshop with, and it can be a huge game changer. If you're a professional salesperson, and if you're if you're in sales and you're not a professional salesperson, that's one thing I want you to take away from this video, is become the professional salesperson. Okay? Become the professional salesperson. And if you're a professional salesperson, you need to be on LinkedIn. We're going to teach you the best way to be on LinkedIn. That's going to just be a game changer and crush your competition. Set distinction, be different than everybody else, and get people to start contacting you through that huge professional sales network. Okay? Okay, my friends. Woo! That is it. How do you feel, my friends? How do you feel after that? Did you learn something? Share something with me. Contact me. Email me. I share my email somewhere on this page. Email me with questions. I provided as much value as I possibly can in this video. Again, I don't even know how long it's going to be. I have no idea how long it's been recording. But I hope it's been valuable for you. And it's been an honor for me to be able to share what I've learned from when I was struggling to becoming the top 1% of salespeople in my industry, to now being a sales trainer that's passionately sharing the secrets that I've learned with other people in the best sales seminars and the best sales workshops in the industry. And I can't wait to share everything with you live in a sales greatness workshop coming to your town, coming to your city, coming just a few minutes away from you. And again, if you haven't clicked to learn more, now's the time to do it. Listen, I appreciate everything. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm grateful to be able to share this with you. And I'm grateful that you've decided to share some of your life with me, some of your time, which is the most valuable thing that you've got, the most valuable commodity that you own. You've shared it with me up until this point. And I am grateful for that. Truly, truly, thank you. And I can't wait to meet you face to face. It's time to register. It's time to sign up. It's time to learn more if you haven't done that. And I can't wait to meet you. I got one more thing to tell you about. This is the last little paper here. And it's on it, it says testimonials. Listen, I can tell you how great my sales seminar is. And I truly believe it's great. I can tell you all the stuff that I've told you. And I think the most powerful thing that I can do for you is, number one, lead with value, which I've done. And give you a taste of who I am, which I've done. And the next most powerful thing is I can let you watch videos of other people who have been to my seminars and who have gone through some of my training, and let you watch some of those videos and help to make your decision to at least learn more about it, and help you make the decision to invest the small amount of money and time to be there live with me coming to your city. All right? So I'm going to throw up a few testimonials. These are not canned. These are not bought. These are real people that I've interacted with that have been through my training. And one of the ones that I'm most proud of, in all honesty, is from my mentor, Brian Tracy. He's my mentor for a reason, because he's the best in the game, and it has been so for a long time, 30, maybe 40 years. And he's seen me. He's been with me. He knows who I am, and he knows who other people are in the industry. He's been around a long time, and so that particular testimonial I'm very proud of. And you can watch it right now. And so with that said, my friends, I hope that you have received a lot of value. I hope you go out. I hope you go and crush your sales career. And what I really hope is that you're there with me in the Sales Greatness Workshop. Honestly, I want to meet you. I want to shake your hand. I want to be there live with you, flesh to flesh. And I want to feel of your presence and your spirit. And I want to know your name. And so with that said, my friends, make that commitment to better yourself. Click to learn more, and make the decision to be there with your friends and your colleagues. Bring people along. Let's make this seminar, let's make this workshop coming to your city the best sales seminar that's ever been there, that's ever come to your city. Let's make it the #1 seminar that's ever been there. There might not be millions of people there. There might not be thousands of people there. But whoever is in there, let's make it the absolute best sales seminar that's ever been to your city. You can make it happen. And let's make it happen together. And I can't wait to see you. With that said, here's the testimonials. I can't wait to see you at the Sales Greatness Workshop.